Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna try to shut up here while we watch the intro to this game, because it is epic. So let me be quiet here while we watch this. Nidoran versus Gengar. Oh! And there we go. Welcome to an all-new series. This is Let's Play Pokemon Leaf Green version. I will be doing a Nuzlocke of this game. And I'm going to lay out the rules here while we're on the start page and moving through some of the introductions here. You can see I open up the actual instructions there because I'm a little bit confused as to what it wants me to do. It just happened I wasn't selected on the screen we need to be selected on. But here are my, in particular, rules for this Nuzlocke. Number 1. If a Pokemon dies in the game, it's dead. You can no longer use it. Number 2, you can only catch the first Pokemon you see on a route, with the exception of if you already have that Pokemon, you can catch the second. So, in the early game, that does give me a slight advantage because you see a lot of Rattatas and Pidgeys. So, I'll likely be able to get both here as we go. But, later in the game, it really should not have that much of an impact. Really, what it does is it makes it so that my team isn't all Zubats, which is something I would like to avoid. In the Let's Play, it just makes sense to me. I don't know. If it doesn't to you, let me know. I could restart right away. Number 3, no using items inside a battle. Outside a battle, perfectly fine. But inside a battle, you cannot use items whatsoever. Number 4, all of your Pokemon must be custom named, so they must have a nickname inside of the game. I don't have any right rhyme or reason why I'm going to name them the way that I name them, but they must be custom named for the sense that, if I have a Pidgey and I name it Paul, right, if my Pidgey dies and I put it back in the box, I can't just pick up another Pidgey. I mean, I guess I could. I could just pick up another Pidgey and name it Paul, but it's a way of, sort of keeping track of that, so that way I'm not cheating the system so much. If that makes sense. So, that is our plan moving forward here. It's more of a way for you guys to indicate if I broke any rules. But those are the 4 basic principles I'm going to go with. If I have questions of judgment throughout any of the videos, which, even in this one, that's sort of why I made the rule where if you already have the Pokemon, you can pick up the next Pokemon you see. If I have any questions or anything like that, I guess I'll just consult to you guys, and if it seems against Nuzlocke rules to you, just let me know, and, we can get rid of said Pokemon in question and finish out this Nuzlocke in the way that Nuzlockes are intended to be done. Like I said, this is my first Nuzlocke. I think it's a really good Nuzlocke to do because I'm very, very familiar with the Kanto region. There's Let's Play Pokemon Yellow on this channel. I've already gone over it in great detail. I've played through Pokemon Yellow, Pokemon Leaf Green, Fire Red numerous times. Fire Red at least. Leaf Green, this is my first official walkthrough, but I don't imagine a whole lot is going to change up between this episode, or between Leaf Green and Fire Red, besides exclusive Pokemons and things like that. So I'm also, I know this wasn't mentioned in the rules, but is worth to be brought up. Those rules are only valid, at least the catching rules are only valid after we obtain Pokeballs. In this first section here, we battle a few Pokemon without having Pokeballs. I still will oblige the rules that, if my starter dies prior to that, we'll get rid of my starter. So if I go up against a shit ton of Pidgeys and Rattatas, they will be removed from the party. If the Pidgeys and Rattatas end up killing my starter, then we'll remove them. And here I went in the middle, which was luckily Squirtle. That's honestly who I was going for, so that's great. It's either Squirtle or Bulbasaur, depending on how easy I wanted to go. But I think that's essentially it. So yeah, let's give a nickname to Squirtle. I think I'm just gonna name Jim. I don't know, he feels like a Jim to me. Jim's fine. That works. You're Jim. Thanks, Jim. So he took Bulbasaur. Which honestly, I was going to go to the far right there because I thought that was Squirtle, but it wasn't. So we're good there. We have the starter that I particularly wanted for this Let's Play. Now we're going up against YouTube here. Here we get to see these Gen 1 Pokemon in their new sprites. Always nice to see, they look pretty good. I think I'm gonna use Tail Whip twice. So that way yeah, like he's saying, we have an advantage here. He's only doing 3 damage. So I'm hoping by using Tail Whip twice, and then using Tackle, we can get him in 2 hits. Looks like it still might take 3. But that's not that bad this early in the game. Sorry, I have apparently a case of the hiccups here. Bulbasaur's down. Jim gets some good EXP and levels up. The only other thing that I haven't stated about this Nuzlocke that I'm gonna do is, you know, sort of like all the other Let's Plays that have been coming out. There's gonna be a lot of off-screen grinding going on. If there's any key moments in those grinding, like evolutions, anything like that, like all the grinding stuff is gonna be recorded. And if there's any key moments missed, they will be put at the end of the episode. So like, let's say I go and I grind and Jim dies in battle. That will be kept in place. And, you know, that's sort of like based on a trust policy here, right? Because I don't want to put out hours worth of video content that people aren't going to watch. But at the same point in time, like I said, all that stuff is being recorded. So if that is something you all want to see, just to make sure that I'm not cheating the system or whatever, drop that in the comments down below. Because I will do that. I have no problem doing it. I just feel like, for the sake of the Let's Play, things should be kept more on like a Let's Play level, even though it is truly a Nuzlocke. If that makes any sense to you guys. Like, in a true Nuzlocke, you would have everything that you ever did captured on screen. But I feel like going down that road also limits the amount of views each video gets, because if they're 2 hours in length versus, in this case, 26 minutes, who's gonna watch them? You know? So that's at least my take on it. Like I said, if you have a different opinion, please let me know down in the comments below. I can make the videos longer if need be. If we need evidence that Average Joe doesn't cheat the system, but there we go. Man, I wish I could get rid of these hiccups. Jesus. Ah, it looks like they're still there. Jesus. Okay, so we need to take the parcel to Professor Oak. And like I said, I'm extremely familiar with the Kanto region. The Kanto region's by far my favorite region. Maybe other than Johto. I feel like Johto and Kanto are kind of a tie. At least in my opinion. But, yeah, it's always fun to return here. So. There's a Rattata. Let's use Tail Whip on him. I said I'm trying to play safe with Jim. Jim is in vulnerable territory right now where he could actually lose. Which is... It would be pretty unexpected, but he could lose. Okay, he's probably not going to lose here. Go ahead, Jim. Do your stuff. Good job, buddy. I'm not going to spend a ton of time leveling Jim up. At least not in this first episode. He really doesn't need it. I'm going against Brock. He's going to do well. Like, just a given. As long as he doesn't get poisoned or anything in Viridian Forest, but... yeah, other than that, he's in good shape. Like, he should be able to take on Brock, no problem. And we'll pick up some other teammates, too. I'm sure along the way that will be able to help. And we got the Pokedex, which he's trusting a bunch of miners to go out and record information about Pokemon in the Pokemon world. Always great, Professor Oak. And we got the pup here sitting on the couch for this episode as well. She's interested. She's looking at what's going on. And the audio might be goofy on this episode. It always takes me an episode or two to figure out like where my audio level should be. So hopefully it's not too bad in this episode. But if it is, you know, I will look at readjusting that on the next episode. Yeah, it's an experiment here because I watch it in real time, but it's difficult to tell until the video is posted whether it's difficult to tell on my local machine if the audio is coming through clearly because the way I'm listening to it kind of it's very easy for it to skew it one way and make it sound really nice, and then it goes on YouTube and sounds like shit. I've had that before. Jesus, I need to stop hiccuping. It's like the worst introduction to a series I've ever had. Like, I cannot for the life of me stop hiccuping. Let's go over here and get the town map. It's an important element of the first episode. It is worth noting that I've never had Squirtle as a starter before. I've always gone with Charmander or Bulbasaur. Save here, 10 minutes in. I believe we have Pokeballs now, so the first Pokemon we see on this route is Rattata. Level 4 too, that's actually pretty solid. I'm pretty happy with that. Let's use Tail Whip. It uses Tail Whip as well, shit, it's pretty bad. Let's use Bubble. Should get some special bonus there. Doesn't really look like we do. Kinda sucks. Tackle seems like it does a shitload more. We should throw a Pokeball at it. We should be able to catch it. If we can't catch the first Pokemon we see in this series, we're in pretty big trouble. I wish I could stop hiccuping too. That would be great. It's not gonna happen, but I could always hope. So yes, I guess we'll just name him Bob. That works. Bob's fine. I got Bob on the team. Can't use him right now because his HP is so low he would die. Okay, here's another Pokemon. Okay, a Pidgey. Tooth Bubble. Should be pretty effective against flying type water. Not really all that effective though. I feel like I'm getting pretty screwed here. Critical hit, that's nice. Like I said, I'm really nervous on this one because I've never done a Nuzlocke before. So I don't want to lose any of my teammates. Especially early game. Like, that could really be a big deal at this point. My main concern right now is I want to build up my core team before we go and take on any of the major battles. So that is really going to be like the remainder of this episode, like building our core team. If that's not something you want to see or isn't entertaining, hey, I appreciate you hanging out this long on the episode. But yeah, that's really it. We're going to be building our core team, maybe doing a few minor battles here, but nothing major, like plot progression wise. And I'm hoping here we get a Nidoran male, particularly. That would be excellent. Okay, a Mankey, not that bad. Not great. But I could at least deal with Mankey. I think Mankey's an okay option. Try to throw a Pokeball at him. Solid. Mankey's okay. Yeah, we have to give him a nickname. It's nicknamed Gun Show. After Gun Show Joe. It's what they call Average Joe. Because of my massive muscles. Alright. Let's get out of there. We could go and catch something on the next route. And we could go up to Viridian Forest and catch something up there too. That should hit us with our quota. We have to listen to this old man tell us about how to catch Pokemon even though we just caught 2. It's like, I'm sure you don't know. Ha ha ha. It's ridiculous. It's stupid. I get why the game does it, but if you caught Pokemon already, it should exclude this scene. And he's catching a Weedle here. I hope we don't get a Weedle. Caterpie's a lot better. But if we do get a Weedle, we're gonna name him Big DB. I don't like Weedle. Yeah, it's... Caterpie is a lot better. So that's the hope, but we'll see what we get. Here. He gives us an item that we need, apparently. If there's something we don't understand, we can reference that. That's great. Like I said, I played through this a shitload. So now we're on Route 2. Catch the first Pokemon we see that isn't a Pokemon we already have. Okay, so Rattata. Already have Rattata. And this is where, like, the Pokeball there and the bottom left of Rattata's box is really going to help me out. Because I'll be sure we don't already have the Pokemon. Which will be really helpful. Because I'm a very forgetful individual. So for me, it's a pretty big check. And here, I almost know who our next team member is going to be. It's like I said, it's early game. There's really only 2 Pokemon you could catch here. And here is the second. Pidgey. Which is excellent. It's an excellent start for us. As long as we don't kill Pidgey, because if we kill Pidgey, that counts. In my book, that counts. If we kill Pidgey, we lose our ability to catch a Pokemon on this route. Which would be the exception to my other rule, right? If we already have the Pokemon, well, if we experience a Pidgey on the next route, and we are killed Pidgey, it shouldn't count. So we have to nickname Pidgey on our team. I don't know what to name Pidgey. I have no fucking idea. Just Bird, I guess. Bird's fine. Pidgey's a bird. That worked. And you can see I'm turning around. I'm looking at my team. I figure it's better safe than sorry to go back into town. The audio is going to cut out here for a second. I'll be right back. Okay, now we are back. Sorry about that if there was an abrupt cut there. Yeah, I had to go use the restroom. So, that's what that's all about. Let's heal these guys up and get our final member here. Because there's one spot we could stop before our rival battle. And then I do a little bit of grinding, but like I said, I'll just keep you guys in the loop. If there's anything major to report, it'll be reported. If not, I'll just show the end results, which in this case, luckily, the end results are all that we need to show. Because nothing major happened. We just kept beating things away. And I'm assuming they'll likely be... Like I said, I'm going to be recording, but it'll air in the beginning of the next episode if something major happens. But for right now, it seems like we're in pretty good shape. And we get a goddamn Weedle. Because of course we do. I'm really not a big fan of Weedle. And Poison Sting. Hopefully this one should have went for it again. Hopefully it doesn't poison me. It poisons me. There goes our potions. Because even outside of battle, if Jim dies, he's dead. So that's great. These early game Pokemon, they're fun, but they're a pain in the ass to level up. Now, I'm not putting a level cap as to where I could have them in comparison to other battles. This is big DB. I already said it would be. It's a pretty well-known joke. If you know that one, you know it. But you can see my screen glitches out there every couple steps I take. That's because Jim is slowly dying. But we cannot let Jim die. That would really be the thing that would fuck this up right away. Like, it would be devastating for Jim to die. If Jim dies, we're in for a shit show. So we don't want that to happen, especially not in our first episode. But that being said here, ladies and gentlemen, I only have about a minute left. Really all I do is heal. So, like I said, there's some grinding I do, but we don't really need to show it. I'll just recap it in the beginning of the next episode, because nobody died or anything like that, so thank God nobody evolved. If they do, that'll be in the first few minutes of next episode. But I hope you all enjoyed this episode. This is my first time doing a Nuzlocke. If you have anything that you want me to improve upon or do better for next time, please let me know in the comments below, and I will consider it. Until the next one, take it easy, guys.